the title of the book you read
Okay.
and tell me what's about it.
Okay. Well, firstly, I've just started the book, so there isn't much to say
Introduce
about it.
yourself.
Okay. But I'm Hugo, and currently I'm reading The Dubliners.
The school and grade.
Okay. I'm Hugo. I'm in 11th grade, and I go to Phillips Exeter Academy. Recently, I've started The Dubliners by James Joyce. Essentially, it's a collection of short stories written by James Joyce. And each story has its own unique historical context and its own special characters. And recently, what we've been analyzing is a common theme throughout a lot of his pieces. Essentially, these a lot of his characters go through some sort of struggle or adventure, and towards the end of the book, they have an epiphany about what they're striving towards, whether that be a realization that they may not be ready for that yet, or being finally having achieved it, and this kind of epiphany afterwards. um, there's always this common theme throughout his books of a struggle and a realization following it. For example, one of the pieces that I read, um, I believe it's called Evelyn, is within the 1900s of Ireland, and it's about a girl who's debating whether she wants to leave her family and travel to Argentina with um, this guy Frank, which she really likes, and she hopes that she can find a new life with him by leaving her old one behind. And she kind of faces a struggle of, number one, you know, fitting the standards and norms of 1900s Ireland for women, you know, being usually staying home and caring for family, but having an abusive father, she feels very discontent there, and she wants to leave that life behind. And so she travels away with Frank, who, in the beginning of the piece, seems to be some sort of lover for her. But as you read it, you kind of realize that rather than being a lover, a significant other, he becomes more of a figure of, you know, symbolic of a new life. And so it's not so much that our emotions are invested into him, it's more so the idea of leaving this behind that really draws her to him. And as they're boarding the ship and leaving, she has this epiphany where she kind of realizes that, she isn't really ready for this. She isn't really ready to leave her life behind and, travel into, an unknown world to her. And it becomes this struggle whether she leaves or moves on. So, yep,
Thank you.
of course, of course.